Hello there everyone, so just got our cab ready here in the SD70ACE. This one is the Union Pacific Heritage Skins version. So this is on the rather wonderful Sherman Hill route by Dovetail Games. We drove up to here in the last part of this in an AC4400. We're going to drive back down in an SD70. This is a bit different to the one we drove on Cajon Pass. Headlights are a bit different. Yeah, that is down here on the Cajon Pass build, and obviously on Cajon Pass we've got PTS as well. So what we'll do, we are equalising brake pressure, so let's have banking come on so that I've got both engines firing, and also going to reach back in there and go zap, zap, zap. That means we've now got safety systems as well. We're safe in everything. Great fun. So we'll move away here, and then once we are on our way, well, just clear of the roadway now really, so I'm going to go. So Bell ain't doing anything at this point, and what we're going to do is we're going to build speed. Our cruising speed on today's journey, our start speed is 33 and 5, actually I believe it's 40, my apologies. I'll just get that up in front of me. I am not very good at this, it would seem. It would seem I'm not so good at this. 40. So what I'm going to do is get up to about 25 and go idle, because we are now basically descending down the other side of the hill. So over there it took ages to come up. We're going to go down in like 30 minutes because I'm just going to build speed, then go idle and let the train coast. It's quite a fun little descent. There we go, idle. And now what I can do is time 10 seconds. We don't actually have a second clock on this, but you can sort of count 10 seconds in your head. You can see the train pulling out behind us there. So we've got UP 1995 on the front with UP 8626 on the rear. This is completely unmodded, by the way. So yeah, I had to put all my mods out because I kept getting a crash on the route and I've given up trying to troubleshoot it. I've got that many mods, it's just not happening. So what we'll do now that we've built a bit of speed up, I'm going to put my dynamic brake into setup, which basically my understanding is lines up all the circuits so that we can actually use dynamic braking. And then hopefully when I rev it at about 35, we actually start braking. So it's only going to be like notch 2 or 3 probably that we use most of the time, but yeah. We use 34, 35, yeah, just cruise down the pass. Looks, I would say this livery is my absolute favourite one in the pack. You can see it's got obviously similarities to the UP colours there in terms of the yellow. Interestingly, for the Americans, by the way, this I thought was far too socialist for most Americans. Employee owned! That's right. These guys own their own train line. It seemed rather socialist, but hey, you know what? They made it work. Got an SD70 climbing up towards us there. You can see I've got 4 on the front, then a grain car, then ethanol cars. So that is actually a common manoeuvre in most parts of the world, believe it or not. I'm going to increase our braking force just to equalise that a little bit, which is good. That's a good place to be. You can cruise down the pass here. Aside from that, I'm not such much of an expert on American stock, so I can't really comment, but I just love the size of these. Like, this is head height for most humans. Hello? You know? You're driving from the top of a second story building, basically. What we'll do is we'll go back to notch 2. Actually go to notch 1, build that speed up, and go back to notch 3 again. And then you got one guy banking on there. Interestingly, just to show, we've obviously only got 2 locos because we're empty. But that's, you know, if we then got the back of our train. So he's actually longer than us, I do apologise. We're not that long. But you can see we've got the end of train device on the rear there. And it's time to go to step 3 brake. Looks absolutely gorgeous, this thing does. Flashing yellow. So that means red ahead. So I'm effectively proceeding at caution at this point. I'll do is I only get about 34, or 35, 36, and then we'll probably go idle for a bit, and then put bit brake back on. There's our alerter. This thing does feel incredibly quiet. Doesn't feel like the window does that much. Okay, there we go. So go idle. My favourite noise, that. Go back into setup, and then I'm ready. Once you get like 38, I'm going to go back into step 3. $37, $38. No. We want to be on the cautious side with our energy management, especially when we are on cautionary aspects. Like, I'm proceeding at line speed because I know the other train should be as well. If I sight a red aspect, then I'm going to stamp on that dynamic brake. Like, see, also we're notched through a brake, but we're still accelerating, so that is a good job paying attention on this journey. Unlike in the last bloody leg of this journey, where I literally could have just looked out the bloody window for, for the duration, just put my feet up. Put my feet up. Man, put my feet up. I don't know why I'm talking with this accent now. Yeah, you're flashing cautionary still. Like that. What we'll do, just because I love the sound. You can see the air pipes freak out a little bit because of the resonance there. Oh crap. So cruising ahead, looking ahead, just glance down, glance up. Speed is actually gradually decelerating even against what the accelerometer says. So yeah, quick capture of the SD70, not sure we've actually done one of these yet. Light controls up there. This screen is basically where everything is. Got your speed, brake pipe pressure, equalising brake reservoir pressure. That's your rear pressure, so that's where your alerter flashes. You also get that sound. Tractive effort indicator, so that shows how much power you're putting down, what you're actually doing with it. Accelerometer, but it's a bit broken right now. Put a brake back on. we have got yet another cautionary aspect. What will basically happen is I believe the train that we're following will disappear into the yard at Laramie, and we'll proceed on the down main. And aside from this is about as fast as we really want to go. If it hits 40, then I will put a bit more of a sharper brake application on. You can see the train loading in around the corner there. But so immersion destroying, let's look away. But yeah, so as I was saying, safety system status, brake setup, fuel on board, brake controls. You can then literally just go, all you do is go more options, then so none of this actually works, as you can see. There's operator controls, and then you deal with your air brakes. Got some auto racks coming towards us while we took up the pass. Back to notch 2. We're just going to keep it at this sort of pace all the way, really. You can see notch 2 to 3 has quite a big impact on our performance. So, you know, when you look at the performance graphs for the speed we do on the way down the hill here, none of it, you know, it's all sort of this sort of wavy formations, really. Go high side of 3 now. Just to knock that energy back out. Yeah, so we're on a down 0.8 grade for most of the journey, which is absolutely crazy. But you can see how far down we've still got left to go. And looking at the map, we started off pretty much in this area here. Pretty much, well, no, Hermosa's pretty much sort of here. And we've made it all the way to here, and this is what we've got left to do. So this line to our left, which is all the way over there in the distance, is basically a shallower grade. So we may come back and cover that in future, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Anyway. It's been interesting. Had a really fascinating conversation in the comments of one of my YouTube videos with someone who had friends in the Russian and Ukrainian army who was telling them about that HIMARS wasn't as good as everyone said it was. Okay. Like, one of those things. Yeah, I always sort of believe you take everything with a pinch of salt. But and you know, yeah, okay, no, HIMARS isn't the, you know, the sound effect isn't as cool as everyone seems to think it is, or everyone thinks it is. I get that, I really do. But also, yeah, no. Yeah, I don't believe you. All I can say, I don't believe you. No, don't believe you. Sorry, awfully sorry, I don't quite believe you. Rather unfortunate that. And I don't believe you. do like the horn on these. Right. Oh, I didn't realise I'd still have my dynamic on. Not gonna lie. Set up for now. Let it run up to sort of 38 and then notch 3. Again. Flashing amber still. I panicked when I saw that red, but it's flashing amber still. We probably would have struggled. We could have probably stopped from here had I dynamited the emergency brakes then. I think the SD70s, because they've got that quite sort of flat nose, quite flat, tall nose, do look quite aggressive in my opinion. Yeah, they look quite like sort of like angry trains, hench trains. Back up to notch 3 we go. And so according to that we hit 0 at about 9 kilobars. But you'll see that'll decrease probably. Even though we're at theory at 0 speed. I do love this like a snaking train where you can see the end of your train. That is actually the end of our train as well, which is quite cool. Whoops. Ooh, chicane. I don't know why I did that. Sorry about that. Chicane. Some more snowdrift controls. Presume that's what they are. That's at least what they'd be used for in Europe. Feels rather dry up here. I guess it probably does snow in winter, to be fair. Just showing you on the map where we are. Started off about there. We're now here. Starting to get there. 7.7 miles to go. Come on. Come on. About another 10 minutes of driving trains, eh? I'll somehow manage it. Otherwise, cab controls, we did get interrupted. Radio, that's your banking comm. That's what basically gets the other loco behind us in control. Brakes, train brake, loco brake, dynamic brake, which is what I've been using for the majority of today's journey. Throttle, reverser, sign controls, engine run, gen field, and fuel pump. This is basically your engine enabling. If you want to sort of just sit there, and it's called three-phase protection, what you would do is idle, reverse neutral, take the handle out, and brake to handle off, and gen off. So that way, if you're doing any work around the loco or someone's like climbing under your train, there is no way that train's going anywhere kind of deal. So what you could probably even do is take the handle out. You know, if you were working under your own train, for example, take the handle out and take it with you, basically. You can see we've got a green now. I'm going to let the speed increase again with us in setup. Green light. Green light. Green light. There you go, so you can see our CCS has disappeared. I'm not sure what CCS actually does properly. I don't fully understand American trains, in case you haven't noticed. I am planning to hopefully manage to do something with the, probably one of the passenger routes in an upcoming video, Washington, Baltimore, hopefully. But that'll be sort of covered nearer the time. There's 40, zap, in fact 3 and a bit. There we go. Just gets us nice under control. Stops us doing a spood. We don't like doing a spood. Yeah, on that left curve, we're not got that far to go. I do particularly enjoy these things. They are like, it's just, I think it's because they're so different to anything we have on the continent. I know in theory we have SD60s, SD50s, sorry, but this is an SD70. Like, so an SD50 is in theory a class 59. Well, the class 59 and SD50 are the same thing in theory. And SD40s are basically class 66s. It's sort of the comparison in terms of size and strength and loco-ness. I've really got the bows scene or the bows song from Newsies stuck in my head. Zap. Flashing amber again. Got my caution race by kicking in there, that was cool. First time I've actually experienced that full stop. As it gets sort of progressing more daylight, I am turning the brightness up on the screen so I can see them better. We are basically coasting at this point, by the way, and, you know, comfortably holding speed here. It is going to be a case of kicking in a little bit of brake. I believe the track level's off a little here. Yeah. Go notch 2. Notch 3. Yeah, I've done a little bit of speed there. We'll basically blip a lot of brake on, knock the speed off, and then go back to notch 2. No, it is a notch 3 that I need. That's really strange, because we felt like we're barely accelerating when it wants notch 3 to decelerate. Fair enough, I say. Look how much like the colours change as we descend down here. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, let's step up to notch 4 there. No, it's revved a bit hard now. Go back to notch 3 now that it's revved. See what that does. Holding us in about the right pace. We'll get down to 35 and then go idle again and just rinse and repeat that. I'm not actually going to accelerate when we join the main line. In theory, once the full train hits the main, we could go up to 50. In practice, we won't because... or 55, sorry. In practice, we won't because we have to stop in about a mile after. Yeah, you can accelerate, but it's just you need to start braking almost immediately, you know? We're not sure. Right. I overcooked that. I got distracted. Okay, we're going to follow this curve. Got a flashing yellow, a single yellow. Next signal's a danger. So we're aware of that. So what we'll do is, because as you can see, we're coming around the curve and obviously we're being pushed down it by the train, so we're going to have to keep braking for a little while yet. But we could probably keep this level of brake on, to be fair. So that's just a confirmation that we noticed that we went past a single yellow, which we did. Let's keep it rolling. Does look rather nice actually coming around off the curve there. So I'm taking the screenshot. This one's for the records. Now you can see we're levelling off here, so I'm going to just go notch 1. Look how quick... oh, I got emergency brake by something. And my brake pipe's open for some reason. Great. Okay, we've got emergency stopped, and I'm not sure why. I'm being memed on by a game. I mean, this may be the end of the video, the rate we're going at, but we'll see. Okay, brake pressure's equalised, check. Stationary, check. Reverser, forward, check. Notch 3, check. Generating tractor effort. Not sure why we got stopped there. I'm presuming I probably oversped the cab signals. I don't actually know. Anyway. You can see we are pulling the rest of the train off the curve still. And the curve is on a sort of downhill segment. I love how scratched up the reflective bit is on the EOTD. And see, there's some SD40s over there that are shunting. We're just going to stay at 21-ish. What I'll do now is go idle and go set up. Basically, that bridge is only going to be stationary, so we are going to be a minute or so, but it don't matter. It don't matter what you look like. Don't matter what you wear. How many things you got on your finger? So rings that you got on your finger. We don't care. No, we don't care. So just sitting in setup, so basically, well, what we'll do is I'll outro the video, but we're just going to stop at the end there. So guys, thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. See you next time. Bye-bye.